Hi, I'm Mike, and you're not going to believe it, but I've lost the cows. That's today on Our Wyoming Life. Hi guys, welcome along. Thanks for joining us once again. And if this is your first time here, be sure to subscribe and hit that like button, as that really does help us with YouTube, and it helps more people find the channel and hopefully come along and explore the ranch life and escape the ordinary. Today, I don't have to be at the farm store. Erin's actually here today, and so I don't even have to be there today. But we still have plenty to do, and I'm going to bring you along with me as we head down and cake the cows. We're going to go down and check them out, see how they're doing as they work their way towards summer pasture. And then we're going to come back and we're going to work on a project for Ranch Roundup, which is building the stage. I kind of have a cool idea for what I want to do there, and that actually incorporates some of the old recycled wood that we took out of the old corrals. Be able to recycle some of that and make it look kind of cool for a backdrop for the stage. So we're going to work on that today. I can't guarantee we're going to finish it, but we're going to try to get as much done as possible. We might have to finish it tomorrow. I've got an array of vehicles here behind me, and we could take any one of these really down to cake the cows, which are about 2.5–3 miles away. This is Gilbert's old Gator. It has no suspension, so it's no fun to drive down and through the pastures. Four-wheeler is actually not bad. I wouldn't mind taking the four-wheeler down to cake the cows, except for the fact that we have to take about 300 pounds of feed with us, and that's not going to work on the four-wheeler. We would be loaded down and it just wouldn't work out well. Our Gator, of course, we could take down. We've got plenty of room in the back. We can hold 300 pounds of cake in the back, but the problem is the cab. There's no air conditioning. It's like 90 degrees out here. And if I was in that, it's like being in a toaster the entire time. So what we're going to take down is the pickup. We've got air conditioning, we've got the radio, we got some tunes, but the one thing we don't have yet is cake. We're going to go get that. So some people, I say, we're going to go cake the cows, and they look at me like I just had an aneurysm of some sort. And cake is really, well, that's what it is. It's cake. It's a treat for the cows. They look at it as a treat anyway. We look at it as a, let me turn down the air conditioning here so it's not blasting us all out. Okay. The cows look at it as a treat. We look at it as actually a protein supplement that the cows require because we don't have that much. Dang it, the pigs are out. Are you kidding me? Pigs are out. See them right there in the bucket of the tractor? Okay. Oh, there's more pigs over here. We have pigs everywhere. Well, it's been a few days since we've had to do this. Let's go round up some pigs. Pigs! Hey, go home. Go home. Get out of the bucket of the tractor. Oh, you fell down. Go home. Oh, they're all going into the barn. Let's go. Oddly enough, this is where we're heading to get our cake. I got a tractor in here that's in the way. We're gonna have to move it. But first, we gotta get the pigs home. Hey, dang you. All right, so now we gotta head them off at the pass. I'm gonna be really sneaky. I'm gonna go through the alley and cut them off and bring them back this way, hopefully. Come on, pigs. I honestly thought that was going to be a little bit easier. Okay, you guys know where you got out. I need you guys to get back in. Come on, get back in there. Get back in. Go back in, all of yous. Get. All right. Now we get to go count pigs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You guys stay. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We're missing one. 14. Woohoo! We have all our pigs. All right, pigs are back in for a while yet anyway, and we can get back to work. We're gonna go ahead and move this tractor out of the way so we can back in here and get about 300 pounds of cake to bring down to the cows. Okay, I'm relatively certain that before we were so rudely interrupted by the delinquent pigs, we were talking about cake. And this is what cake is. And let's take a look at it. This is 20% rangeland cake. That means it has 20% protein. And what it is and where cake originally came from was that they used to take cottonseed, and what they would do is take that cottonseed and they would press out the oil in that cottonseed. Then they would have cottonseed oil or linseed oil or whatever it may be. What was left over was the cake, and that's what it was actually called. What the heck, pigs? Really? Hey, no. What the heck? Hey, no, you guys, go. Busted. Nope, don't come up this way. No, don't go that way. Nope. I should circle around. See if I can do this fast enough. Booga, booga, booga. Hey. You guys are in so much trouble. Back to home. Even you, little guy. Get back in there. Hey, get in there. Come on. Yeah, you can fit right in there. Okay, that will hold that. Back to cake. Good example. I have some cake right here, so I don't have to open up a bag. This is cake. Cake is basically just a hard pellet that the cows eat, and it's a protein supplement. It's the main reason we give it to them. Although sometimes the year we actually do it as we get some cake that has magnesium, because sometimes the grass doesn't have that much magnesium in it. This cake, however, is mostly just protein. It's also got some fat, fiber, calcium, phosphorus, salt, potassium, vitamin A, and vitamin D. So mainly what they need this time of year. So because the grass doesn't have that much protein in it this year, because we're in the worst drought that we've been in since 2012, we are actually feeding this to up their protein intake. So we're gonna load up 300 pounds of this and take it down to the cows. If those pigs come out one more time. $300 pounds. Off we go. At least we can get out of here before the pigs show back up. All right, so we've got a little bit of a drive ahead of us. We're gonna head down to where the cows are. They're still finishing up just what's left in the one-legged windmill pasture. We've been trying to move them around that pasture a little bit by moving some water tanks and things like that, but it's a little bit difficult because there is reservoirs within that field, and they tend to be more comfortable around those reservoirs for some reason. But that's okay. We'll get them to eat as much as we can in there, and the nice part is that we are going to rotate cows on their way back after summer. So the summer pasture itself is a huge expanse. It's almost wide open. It's over 2,000 acres, and the cows will be able to spend most of the summer. Well, I say summer, but it already is summer. But they're going to spend most of they're going to spend August, September, October down there, and there'll be plenty of feed for them down there. And then when they come home in the fall, we're actually going to work them back through even more pastures, even more. I have a truck coming up my butt. Even more hay fields and stuff like that we're not able to cut. So we're going to work them back up and through everything, and hopefully be able to pick up some of these areas that we might be missing this time of year, and hopefully they don't dry out. The other fear that we have is that if we have an early winter, that it could snow and actually cover up all these hay fields that we're hoping for early winter, well, late fall, early winter grazing. If we get a whole bunch of snow dumped on us, let's say end of October, middle of October, beginning of November, then the cows aren't going to be able to get to that hay or that grass out there in those hay fields. So that could cause a problem. We're just going to keep our fingers crossed on that one, I guess. If we're going to stay in drought, let's keep it up for a little while so we can try to take advantage of everything that we have at this point. So I was actually going to bring the drone down with me and be able to get some drone footage of giving the cows some cake. I forgot it back at home. I'm not turning around to go back and get it. So at some point while we're down here and I'm filming away, I'll just have you close your eyes and pretend that you're looking down over the cows eating their cake from a couple hundred feet. It's going to be a really majestic shot in your brain, in your mind's eye. How about? So right out my window here, this is one of the hay fields that the cows are going to be grazing when they come back through. So this is actually what we call the bee field, because normally we would have beehives out there, but there's not even enough flowers and grass and stuff like that to even support the bees at this point. So the bees have been pulled out. They've been taken to other locations where they can actually eat and hopefully make some honey still. So we're getting closer to the cows here as we go, and one of the things that we've definitely taken a look at over the past few years is different methods for caking the cows. When I first came here, it was one of Gilbert's favorite things to do was to go cake the cows, and we would always do it by hand, and we'd load it in the back of the pickup like we have now and come down and feed it by hand. I've also tried different types of cake feeders. You may remember I actually put one on a trailer at one time. I used to have one in the back of the Gator. Big thing, holds about 600 pounds of cake, and it has an auger inside and spreads it out. Really handy, but honestly, even doing that, and then also I filled up the bucket of the tractor with cake. I filled up the back of the Gator with cake and been able to dump it that way. There's so many different ways to put out cake, but I do actually enjoy coming out and feeding cake by hand, and I think there's a number of reasons why I like it, but most of the best reason why I can see doing it, and if you're competent in doing it, or if you feel comfortable doing it, is that you actually get, for a lack of better words, like FaceTime with your cows. You're right out there with the cows. You're mixing it up with them, and you get a chance to hang out with them, and you're on foot. You're less of a threat than you are if you're just buzzing right through on a Gator really quick and they don't even think about it. I guess you're not really a threat, but you're just an afterthought really if you're going through with the Gator and dumping out cake and it happens so fast I don't even think the cows realize who you are or what you are, or they associate the Gator with feed. So this way, if I get out and I'm able to walk through, they don't so much get into that mindset where they associate me with cake or with feed. but I think that they get used to me being on foot around them, and then that pays off during calving time, when we are calving cows and I'm out moving around amongst the cows and they're not as spooked. Obviously some of them are still going to be a little bit worried about who I am and where I am and what I'm doing, but most of them are going to be very much okay with what's going on. So we've got some cows. I can see some of them are over here that are up on this hillside. Where the rest of them are, I'm not exactly sure, so we're just going to go kind of cruise around and see if we can find the rest of the cows. So now I'm really wishing that I would have brought the drone, because I am not finding the cows anywhere. They're out here somewhere. They have to be, right? You know, this is one of my biggest fears. You know, people have that going to school in their underwear type of dream. For a cattle rancher, this is the nightmare that they never want to have, is where you go to find your cows and you can't find your cows. You know they're out here somewhere. We're actually right now driving through a pasture that they should not be in, just in the off chance that they might be in here. I really don't know. We're gonna try to find some high ground. The second fastest land mammal behind the cheetah is the pronghorn antelope. In fact, within just a few weeks of being born, they can run flat out at 60 miles an hour. Amazing animals. Still no cows though. Okay, we are gonna double back around. We're gonna check the pasture that they came from, which the gate was open, that they were able to go back in and visit that old pasture if they wanted to. We're gonna go back and check that one. I know there's a couple water sources back up in there, so maybe they doubled back around and they went back into an old pasture and ended up at a watering hole. So we're gonna check that out. The other fear is that we've had this cake on the back of the truck here for a while, and it may not be there anymore. After going through all these bumps and trying to keep up with the antelope, it may have bounced off. I don't know. We'll find out when we stop. I'm not even going to worry about that right now. We'll find the cows, then we'll figure out where our cake went, if it's not still back there. This same exact thing happened to me just a few days ago. I came down to cake the cows and couldn't find them, drove around for a little while, and oddly enough, they were in the last place that I looked, which happens quite often. So my thought is that they might be in this pasture, which we're pulling into now, and down this way where there's a water hole. It is weird though that I can't see any cows. I saw that that couple cows up there on that hill, but I don't see any cows, which is very, very odd considering that it's hard to hide over 100 cows without somebody giving you up. So we're gonna check over here really quick, and if they're not over here, we might have a small problem. Well, my hope was that they were down here at this water hole where I can't really see them. They're not. So, all right, Mike, you lost the cows one day. We're gonna keep looking. Hopefully we can find them. I am not very thrilled right now. Even those 15 cows that I saw before over on this hillside over here, we're circling back around to are now gone. Getting up on that hill with the pickup is going to be a giant pain in the butt because we have a pond in between, a pond and a marshy, wet area in between there and here. And if you can also see, there's a calf right over, stop truck, right over here on this fence line that's walking back and forth. So that calf obviously lost mom and dad, or at least mom. And what I'm thinking is there's a chance that they may have broken through a fence up here in this corner of the field. That's where we saw those very few cows. So we're gonna try to get over there where we can at least get to that fence line and take a look. Again, maybe I should have brought the drone. Maybe I should have rode a four-wheeler down here, or even the gator, even though it would have been hotter than blazes. I could have made it across this field a little bit easier than in the pickup. But we're gonna find these cows. And I'm hoping that we have cake left by the time we get back, or at least by the time we find the cows, I'm hoping we still have cake, because that may be the only thing that we have to lure them out of wherever they are, if they happen to be in the wrong field or something. Here's that calf that we've been following along that fence line. I guess the other nice thing is if we do get up here with the pickup, which is, we'll see, if we do get up here with the pickup, we are going to be at one of the highest points on the ranch, and we'll be able to look down and see if we can find the cows. Hey, look at that. Found them. Found the cows. Hiding way up here. I'm gonna get out. We're gonna go for a little walk here. Those dang cows, man. I can honestly say I don't think I have ever had to come and find them up in this corner, but here they are. First of all, let's see if we have any cake left. Hey, we still have all of our cake, all 300 pounds. That's very good. So this is just about one of the highest points that you can get to on the ranch. You guys are bad, by the way. You scared me. It's like when your kids come home late from prom. You know, you were supposed to be home at 1. I don't know where you've been, young lady. So anyway, we talk about being up here, one of the highest points, pretty close to one of the highest points up here on the ranch, and I didn't get to bring the drone. That's my fault. But what I can do is give you a pretty good shot of just standing up here on top of a hill. But I suppose we should probably do what we came up here to do, and that was to cake the cows. I think, honestly, at this point, I've taken up enough of your time. we'll probably just cake the cows and we'll call it good for today. Get started on our stage project tomorrow. But it turned into an adventure. My friend Tammy says that nothing happens on the ranch just A to B. Everything happens A to B to C to D, and eventually what you're trying to accomplish is right around S or T. All right, so all the cows are coming in. They're gonna get their cake. We're gonna give up on the stage for today because Erin needs my help. I'm gonna go and give her a hand. So we're gonna wrap things up here as the cows come in and get their cake. And that's pretty much it. This is why I cake the cows by hand, so that I can be around the cows like this. They're not worried about me. They know that I'm not here to hurt them. And it's kind of a false trust. We build that trust through food, but you know, I've seen marriages built on less. So thanks for coming and hanging out with me, guys. I really do appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow where we get started on our stage, and I'm gonna show you how we're gonna make it out of some very cool old pieces of the ranch and being able to recycle a lot of the old corrals into what will become the backdrop for the stage at Ranch Roundup. And we're gonna talk all about that. We're gonna take a look at ticket sales, some of the things that we have planned coming up for Ranch Roundup, all kinds of fun stuff. That's coming up tomorrow. Be sure to subscribe so you get notified when new videos come out. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram, and of course our website, ourwyominglife.com. Thanks, guys. Have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow right here on Our Wyoming Life.